Hello and welcome to Kimbo's Music Connection, the place where you can find all about your music. So we're going to start off with Earth, Wind and Fire. There's the album cover and there's the inside as well, with a picture of Maurice White and Philip Bailey there as well, within there, as well as many others. So Earth, Wind and Fire, I Am, that is the title of the album. You may have bought this album back in the 70s, and if you did, it made a great choice. It was released in June 1979. It was their 9th studio album, reaching double platinum in sales in the US. Produced by Maurice White of Tennessee, USA, Maurice, he started singing gospel age 6 and formed a band with Booker T. Jones. And then he joined Chess Records. And then he played drums on songs like Fontella Bass's Rescue Me and Ramsey Lewis's Wade in Water. And also, Maurice went on to produce with Charles Stepney, Denise Williams' Free, to give her her first major hit in 1977, reaching #1 in the UK. Now, another founder member of Earth, Wind and Fire, and he was playing bass on this album, was Verdine White, who is Maurice's brother. Verdine White is also listed as one of the greatest bassists of all time at 19th place by the Rolling Stones magazine. Maurice White and Philip Bailey shared vocal, whether it be lead or backing or singing as a duo, which gave them a Grammy for the best R&B vocal performance, group or duo, on After the Love Is Gone, which is one of the tracks we'll be talking about later. Philip Bailey was inducted into both the Rock and Roll and also the Vocal Hall of Fame, and later he went on to team up with none other than Phil Collins of Genesis for the hit single Easy Lover in 1984/1985, and it reached platinum and #1 in the UK and the US. And if you want to hear that, you can find it on Philip Bailey's solo album Chinese Wall. Now, another well-known artist on Earth, Wind and Fire's I Am is a guy from the band Toto, and his name was Steve Lukather, and he played guitar on the album, and he helped it get the vinyl LP, got to the top of the Soul album US Billboard chart in 1979, the same year as its release. Now, there was a lot of people involved with this album, and just the musicians alone, there was a horn section, a violin section, a cello, French horn, a harp, yes, a harp, congas, a saxophone, and many more. It was probably about 80 musicians involved in this one album. So we're going to have a look at the tracks now on the album. Side 1, track 1, In the Stone, was produced by Maurice White, and the vocals are with Philip Bailey as well. This was about someone declaring their love for someone and putting it in stone, and it reached #23 in the US and #4 in the UK. Now, track 2, Can't Let Go, which was actually one of my favourites off the album, was produced by Maurice White. This was a song about someone's love that grows and they just can't let it go. And it was their last single released off the album. It reached #46 in the UK. And then we come to track #3, which is the biggie of the album. After the Love Is Gone, produced by Maurice White. The song is about a relationship gone bad. But this song was written by David Myers and offered to Hall & Oates, who turned it down. Maurice was keen to have this on his album, and it was by far the largest hit single from the album, getting to #2 in the US and #4 in the UK, and it won a Grammy, being the best R&B song. Now, there are other versions of this song about, but it's also covered by Donny Osmond on his Somewhere in Time album, the year 2000. You might want to listen to that. So we've talked about side 1 now. There's been 4 tracks, and the first 3 tracks are hit singles. So there's a great start to the album already. Now we're going to flip it over to side 2, track 5, or track 1 if you want. Boogie Wonderland, With the Emotions. First single released from the album, one of the greatest disco songs made, with a mighty horn section and a pure thumping bass and power to it, taking you to the high on the dance floor, which makes it hard for DJs to follow. With another song of such quality, how can you follow that? The Emotions were guest artists, and the Emotions consisted of Jeanette Hawes, Sheila Hutchinson, Wanda Hutchinson, and they helped it reach chart position number 4 in the 100 Hot Billboard and number 2 in the Disco Top 80. Yes, there was a Disco 80 chart in that particular time, and also it charted at number 4 in the UK. Now we're going to come to track 6, which is Star. Now this particular track, Star, has a great trumpet solo by Rahamali Michael Davis. It reached number 47 in the US and 16 in the UK. I really do recommend that trumpet solo and listen to that. It's absolutely brilliant. Star is about how it sort of lifts your heart, is shining down on you, and there's a star for everyone. Now this album is a thing of excellence with 5 hit singles and another 4 more tracks to enjoy, and will be enjoyed for many years to come, and remains one of the greatest of the 90s, 70s, and it's a must-have for your collection. So if you like what I had to say and you want to hear more of some other albums or others, subscribe and like shows like this. Thank you very much for listening, and bye for now. Bye.